Friends, in the previous session, we have discussed regarding the doubly reinforced beam, that is design of doubly reinforced beam. Anyhow, the same problem is I'm using here. That means in the previous session, we have discussed up to only the main reinforcement, that is tension reinforcement as well as so the compression side reinforcement. Now in this session, we are going to continue the same problem to design the shear and also to find the check for the deflection, and we are going to see the cross sectional and longitudinal section of the beam how actually the steel reinforcement is providing. As the course outcome of this session, the students can understand the design of doubly reinforced beams, that is especially the shear, how we have to do the shear design for the doubly reinforced beam. Okay, the same problem we have discussed in the previous session, that is according to the load calculations, the load is given, section of the beam is given based on this moment, that is 187.5. We are getting doubly reinforced beam. For that we have designed the tension reinforcement and also the compression side reinforcement. Now in this session we are going to design for the shear reinforcement. Okay, that is factor shear force, we know WL by 2. As it is a simply supported beam, the moment is WL square by 8, and we know the shear force is nothing but the load into span divided by 2. As we are having only two supports and it is a simply supported beam, the load should carry by these two beams. The load which is acting as 300, that is 60 into 5, that is 300 divided by 2, that gives this 150 carries by this support and 150 carries by this support. Okay, that is nothing but 150 kilonewton is the shear force. Next, permissible shear stress, we know the all values which is coming under the, which is given in the according to code books is nothing but the permissible or allowable. So our allowable, the actual should be always less than the permissible. Okay, that means the tau v should be always less than tau c, then only the shear reinforcement is not necessary, so we can provide the minimum shear reinforcement. But in this problem we are getting tau v is greater than tau c, that is actual shear stress is greater than the allowable shear stress of the concrete. That means for the given cross sectional area, it is 250 mm by 500 for the corroded steel, actual stress which is develops in the reinforcement is tau v, and tau c is the allowable shear stress, that is shear stress can carries by the concrete. Okay, that is tau v should be always less than tau c, but in our case the tau v is greater than tau c, therefore shear reinforcement is necessary. So shear carried by concrete, that is nothing but tau cbd, that means the this is shear stress with respect to the concrete, and if you do the cross sectional with cross multiply with the cross sectional of that section, we are getting the shear stress is carried by concrete, that means 79.875. Next, out of 150 kilonewton, 79 kilonewton is carried by concrete. The remaining, what difference between these two, that is approximately around 70. Okay, approximately around 70 kilonewton should be carried by stirrups. Okay, so we are assuming two legged 8 mm diameter bars, so spacing of the stirrups we are getting 140.31. So according to this, you know, according to IS 456, we are having the three different conditions. The least of the following, or whichever is less, we have to provide that as a shear reinforcement. So you know these calculations and these conditions are all same in the singly reinforced section. Okay, according to this, we are getting two leg 8 at 140 millimeters center to center. And the check for deflections, no need to explain. I think Fs is equal to, we know, that is 0.58. All this we are studied in the singly reinforced beam itself. According to that, we are getting the Fs is equal to 120.21. But here, as we are providing the compression reinforcement, also the we have to apply the factors. Okay, that is the factor with respect to tension, factors with respect to the compression. That is, for the compression reinforcement we are providing as 0.84% of cross section area, as a tension reinforcement we are providing as 2.51 as a cross section area. Okay, according to this we are getting the L by D as 28.54. Okay, that is L by D is 20 into 1.16 is the factor with respect to tension reinforcement, that is modification factor, and 1.23 is nothing but the modification factor with respect to the compression reinforcement. Okay, here the actual L by D provided is 11.11. The allowable L by D ratio is, that is nothing but permissible, is 28.54. That is actual provided deflection is less when compared to the permissible. So we are in the safer side. So this is the reinforcement we are providing. It is two-legged 8 at 140 as center to center the shear reinforcement, and in the bottom we have provided four numbers of 30 millimeters and three numbers of 20 millimeters in the top. Okay, here we can observe three numbers of 20 millimeter dia, and the depth is 500 and the breadth is 300 millimeters. Okay, this is the longitudinal section and this is cross section. With this we have understand, that is in the previous session we have discussed regarding the design of compression and tension reinforcement. In this session we have discussed regarding the shear force design and also with respect to the deflection criteria. Okay, so this is the longitudinal and cross section which is showing the reinforcement. Okay, this is with respect to the design of doubly reinforced beam. In this problem the cross section is given directly, but in next problems, the cross-sectional dimension is not given, as we have decided in the single reinforced beam. Here also we can decide the cross-section. Based on that, we have to find out what is the load coming, that is self-weight, which is acting on the supports, and what is the load the beam has to carry along with the self-weight. Okay, so as we have studied everything in single reinforced beam, just I am assuming the given cross-sectional area. Okay, so this is regarding the doubly reinforced beams. Okay, in the next session or in the next sessions we can discuss regarding the design of T beam, that is nothing but flanged beam. Okay, thank you.